Welcome to configuring the WP FOFT Loader WordPress plugin, Part 1. This introductory tutorial explains the background, purpose, and benefits of using the plugin. If you'd prefer to dirty your hands and learn how to start using the plugin, skip to Part 2. So what is the problem we're trying to solve? Unlike when I started building websites 20 years ago, it's relatively easy to implement fancy typography on a website. But those pretty fonts come at a cost. According to the Filament Group's Zach Leatherman in his webinar, The 5 Whys of Font Loading Performance, a default WordPress website comprising 595 kilobytes requires 35 requests for the browser to fetch. Of those requests, 5 are for fonts. Of the 595 kilobyte weight, 100 kilobytes, 17%, are web fonts. That's more than the CSS and HTML combined. Beyond the payload size, web fonts present other problems. The first is the flash of invisible text, or FOIT. That's the default browser behavior of keeping the text invisible while loading. If you've ever stared at a blank page waiting for something to show up, you've experienced FOIT. The next problem is the flash of unstyled text, or FOUT. Most modern browsers keep text invisible for about 3 seconds before displaying it in a system font if the web font hasn't finished loading. While this is better than FOIT, it can cause the page to jump when the web font finishes loading and takes the system font's place. This phenomenon of the text suddenly being redrawn is called reflow. FOFT, or flash of faux text, is preferable to either of these, but requires some configuration. With FOFT, we render a Roman font first, then use font synthesis to render faux, bold, and italic variations immediately. When the web fonts finish loading, the faux-styled variations are replaced with their true counterparts. Leatherman's excellent article, A Comprehensive Guide to Font Loading Strategies, outlines numerous strategies to deal with these issues. Currently, the pick of the litter is Critical FOFT with Data URI. In Critical FOFT, we load a subsetted Roman font containing only numerals and letters. We embed the subset directly in the markup as a base 64 encoded string. On the first visit, the browser displays the subset, that's our FOFT, while it imports the full version of the font. We then use JavaScript session storage to tell the browser whether the full fonts are in cache so it can load them immediately on a repeat view. Critical FOFT with Data URI isn't the last word in font loading strategies. It's difficult for someone without a technical background to implement, and it may become obsolete once all the major browsers support the font display CSS property. At this time, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, and Firefox are the holdouts. In the meantime, our little plugin is here to help. By implementing Critical FOFT with Data URI without requiring any editing or alteration of WordPress files, anyone capable of following the basic directions can improve their website's performance and improve their users' experience through better web typography. See you next time.